Well, yeah, once again for the great minds of now talking about. This is 4th&10. Got the homie Jackie. How you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Jackie. On the field, I go by Sweetheart.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, my favorite number is 23. My love for Michael Jordan because I play basketball, not flag.
Okay. Okay. We'll,
hmm
we'll, we'll definitely get into that. Where you from? What's your hood? What's your squad? What you repping?
Okay, well, I'm from the DMV, born and raised in Arlington, Virginia. Been here my whole life.
Okay.
And I'm the current captain for the Jefes co-ed Thursday football team.
Okay. Okay. What sports you play growing up?
Growing up, I've been very athletic. I played basketball my whole life. So I used to play point guard or shooting guard. And I also played soccer and varsity track in high school.
Okay. What events did you run at track?
The relays, pretty much. I would be the anchor. I'm the shortest person, but I would be the anchor. Do I
Okay.
remember my time? No, because that was like, what, 15 years ago, 20 years ago? I used to be fast, fast. But now I'm older, so I'm okay.
Any college ball?
No, I was focused on my studies, so I decided to pursue the dental field.
Okay. Okay.
So I did not have time for sports because of school.
Understand. Understand.
Yeah.
Who put you on the flag? Who brought you out?
Honestly, a year ago, I was like, let me try and learn a new sport. So I knew zero stuff about football and flag. I joined social, and then a guy on my social team recruited me and was like, hey, can you pull up and play for my team? We could use some girls. And I looked at him and I'm like, I don't know flag. Like, I can't even catch a football. Like, this is my first season. And he's like, you're really fast and you're athletic. Like, we can train you. And so I joined the Jefes. Akil recruited me. It was his team. And the boys literally trained me for like 2 seasons. And I started catching the football. And I'm still learning, but I'm picking it up pretty fast.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, we're getting to the 10 questions. What is your favorite format?
I'm only used to 8 versus 8. I would like that. But I'm not gonna lie, the 7 versus 7 is like starting to feel more comfortable. So I kind of like it because I have to do less running.
Okay. Okay. Is the only difference the size of the field?
Yeah, but I will say it causes a lot of injuries.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll get into that. Ideally, what position do you want to play when you pull up?
So I play wide receiver, so I don't mind doing that. And on defense, I am a rusher or outside linebacker.
Which one? Which one? I got score.
Yeah, y'all was on the field.
Let's go. Behind you. Let's go.
Okay. When your team is struggling mid-game, who steps up to refocus everybody, including you?
Who would help the team?
Yeah, like who gets everybody back on page, calms everybody down, gets everybody hyped where they need to be at.
I think it would be definitely our quarterback, Tony, and Akil.
Okay.
So they're both our quarterbacks, but Tony's our main QB1. Akil, he's going to be the captain next season. It's essentially his team. He originally started the Hefes. They've got that leadership mindset and calming aura. For me, I just bring the jokes, or I'm injured half the time. So I'll bring the snacks.
It's like we got a lot in common here.
Yeah.
What's your personal definition of success on the field? Is it stats, wins, or something else entirely?
Honestly, I don't think it's necessarily about like the stats or the win. It's just learning and growing. Like, what can you do better? Because for a team to succeed, it's a unit, it's not one individual person. Um, As long as you're having fun on the field, like, yeah, it would be great to win all the time. But what's the point of just winning all the time if you're not having fun, building memories with your teammates and to learn? Because we could always learn on the field, build that camaraderie, help each other out. No one's perfect. We're out there to have fun. But yeah, it would be nice to be number one and win. But I think everybody could learn a thing or two on the field, even if you're a seasoned player.
Okay, okay. Which sport helped you the most when it comes to flag?
I would say basketball and track.
Okay. The
Yeah.
speed and
The speed, yes. But the age is getting me.
all right, what's the hardest thing about running the team aside from collecting the money? What's the hardest thing about running the team? Do co-ed have the same problem?
Oh, absolutely.
Just want to make sure I wasn't just okay.
Yeah, like when I didn't even sign up to be the captain, I was nominated. And I'm like, what am I getting myself into? I've never done this. Um, Dealing with different personalities for sure.
Okay. Okay.
I would say for my team, the Jefes, we are like a family. We're very close. It's important to do team outings. And with different personalities, it's really difficult to get everyone cohesive. And so it's important to build that friendship outside of the field, because that will translate when you're playing together. You need that chemistry, that trust.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Um, your bio says digital creator. What does that look like day to day?
Um, so I mean, I post random reels and stuff on social media, but on the side, when I'm not doing dental, I write scripts. So I'm trying to sell some scripts like for TV shows and movies. Um, and I kind of just express myself creatively on Instagram. I just started, but we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I've been like writing a lot of scripts and I'm trying to sell with my cousins.
Okay. What got you into that?
Mhm.
Script writing.
Script writing, I'm into writing like poetry and music and stuff like that, like poems and whatnot. And then I thought, you know what? Like, I think I could write a script and a story because I've experienced things in life where it's like I'm inspired. Yeah. You know, we've all been through adversity
Mhm.
and learned a lot. And I thought, you know what? I think I should write about it. Not necessarily like a biography, but like just something funny, crazy, wild, whatever you want to call it. I just always had that creative side of me that I want to like express more as an adult.
Okay. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. All right.
Yeah.
How does it feel to literally, how does it feel to know you're literally changing people's smiles and sometimes their confidence? Talk to me a little about your journey into dentistry.
Okay. Um, so my family's Filipino and from the Philippines. And in the Philippines, back in the day, for my parents, dentistry is more of a luxury than a necessity because a lot of people couldn't afford dental care. And so growing up, I've witnessed my parents struggle with like the health of their mouth. And as a kid, I've always prioritized my teeth. And I realized I was meant to be in the dental field because I want to help people improve their smiles. Your mouth is the gateway to your health, your overall systemic health. If you don't take care of your teeth, it's going to lead to a lot of problems like increased high blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, heart attack. And so people don't realize if you don't take care of your teeth, you're going to have issues long term because the infection in your mouth does spread to the bloodstream and to your heart.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
I'm glad I asked that question. Talk to me about the grind you're on now to get back onto the field.
Okay, so that's a difficult grind because right now I have a mental block due to my injury. I went from super confident, finally learning how to play flag. It's been a year to, oh my gosh, I broke my leg, my fibula.
Hmm.
So not playing for a few months took a toll, mentally and physically. And so now that I'm physically able to start training again and I'm in PT, um, I have to master this mental block and fear that I have on the field because I don't want to get injured again.
Hmm.
Yeah, like not being able to walk made me realize, wow, like it was such a humbling experience. You realize you have to appreciate the small things. Yeah. So I will never take walking for granted again.
So how long? So you were on crutches? I'm sorry. What was the injury? You said you broke your fibula?
I broke my fibula. Like it was a clean break.
Hmm. That's better, correct?
Better, correct. Luckily, it wasn't the Achilles tendon or ACL. So I was just out for a bit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you were out for 2 months not walking. You were on crutches for how long?
2 months. I was in a boot and crutches for 2 months.
Yeah, you be in the gym.
I'll be back in the summer.
You said that last summer.
Okay, last summer I was joking.
Not put any weight on my leg. And literally this past Friday, I got clearance to walk again. So today is day 2 of me walking.
Okay. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. You have a due date when you want to be back on the field? Are you even thinking like that? How are you looking at things?
So I'm really sad. Next week is the playoffs and championship game for the Jefes. I would like to play next week, but I already know realistically it's not happening.
Mhm.
So hopefully in a month I could start jogging and running on the field. My orthopedic doctor said that he thinks I could do it. I'm pretty athletic and young. But again, it's the mental block, that fear. Mentally, do I want to risk it? Because I'm kind of scared, but I'll get over it. It's just I gotta like ease my way into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
broke I broke my patella. I had a patella injury. I guess
Oh, wow.
and I remember somebody that's the person that's the last thing somebody told me like the biggest thing you have to get over is the mental.
Hmm.
It's the mental. I think I took it happened in the fall. I came back in the summer.
Yeah.
I said I would be back in the summer, and it was like
Yeah.
winter. So I try to give myself a little bit of time on. But yeah, looking forward to see you back on the field.
Yeah. I'm excited.
All right. Favorite pair of cleats and jersey. Do you have them? Do you know
I don't, to be honest. I don't have a favorite cleats.
them?
Though I was told I should get one that protects my ankles more. So
What do you
I
wear
gotta look
now?
into it. Excuse me?
What are you wearing now? What cleats do you wear now?
Can I be honest? I don't even know the brand. Literally, I had a friend I used to play soccer, but I didn't care what brand I wore. It would be nice to get Nike. Nike makes one, right?
Yeah.
I do like the brand Nike, so I'll look into that. Does Michael Jordan make some
Yeah,
cleats?
yeah, they have Jordan
Oh
cleats. Yeah.
shoot, then I need to get that because yeah, that's what I want to get, Michael Jordan cleats.
All right.
Um yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
jersey, in terms of jersey, I don't care about the jersey as long as I'm repping who I'm supposed to rep,
I got you.
like because I sub for other teams.
Mhm.
But I'm still loyal to the Jefes.
Okay. What's on the back of your jersey?
uh Sweetheart and then 23.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, 10th question, 4th and goal, 10-yard line. Where are you lining up? What route are you running? And who's throwing you the ball?
Quarterback Tony typically would throw the ball. Um, Sometimes they just tell me to do a hitch so that I could just get the ball and then just run.
Okay.
But honestly, my favorite route is either the whip or the up and go. Like I do like those deep routes if they just throw it.
Okay. Okay. So your hands are like that? You catch it? Your hands are like that?
I like to say I'm pretty good. I'm decent for a new person. Like I have a lot to learn. Again, it's only been a year of me playing. So yeah, I have a lot to learn though.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Bonus question. Do you think flag football is harder or easier than people think? And why?
I think flag is harder because I thought it would be easy once I learned how to catch, but you have to be mindful of the routes, not to bump into people, how to move your hips, and really just prevent collision. Yes, a lot is going on in a small field, um, and it's not tackle football. So when I originally started to learn how to play football, I was like bumping into people with my body, assuming I'm going to tackle them, but I'm not going to hurt them. I'm not going to do you tackle. But my mind is like, I got to be mindful of other people because nobody wants to get injured on the field. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's harder. That's my opinion.
Yeah, because my first sport is basketball, and yeah, I think it is. Like I said, I think football is generally more difficult than I thought it was when I first started playing. But yeah, then flag. Yeah, well, I never really played real football. I only played backyard tackle
Yeah.
football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never played football either. And when I started learning football, my teammates and friends were like, "You should play rugby. Like you're really like," and I'm like, "Oh man, that's gonna lead to a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I should do rugby." No.
Like rugby is just a way more physical version of football.
Mhm.
Like physical for no apparent reason version of football.
Exactly. But apparently my friends were like, "You look like you're attacking the code when you're running to the sidelines." And I'm like, "I'm learning football still. I'm just running."
Well, again, I enjoyed this. That's 4 for 10.
I appreciate it. Thank you for inviting me.
From favorite formats to worst tournaments, off the field talk to favorite cleats, the moments, the mindset, the voices behind this flag thing of ours. And we just getting started. More 4 for 10s to come. Now I'm talking about.
I'm friendly. Typically, I have dessert too. Like if you see me with a box of food, just come holler at me and say hi. I like to give out food. Trust
Okay.
me, it's good. Yeah.
Okay. Where's that from? Just being friendly? Do you cook also? Like what?
I guess just being friendly, and since I'm not playing football, I bring desserts. I'm like labeled like the team mom of the team.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like to give desserts free. It's yeah, it's healthy kind of. I mean, sometimes I bring Popeyes. That's not healthy, but
Well, definitely would though. Good talking to you.
all right.
We talking about rap? We talking
Yeah,
about
we
rap?
talking about that. We talking about rap. I definitely want to. I guess before we get started, I guess I ask y'all thoughts on while we're here. You got 2 cents on the Olympic conversation?
Yeah, you know,
That's my job, nigga. Yeah, once again for the great minds now. Talm Bout Recaps.
I stays out of town, they still say that's true. I don't know how they know, they still read my clothes. Yeah, tell them Southside did it, hope Southside did it. Yeah, Southside did it, hope Southside did it. Yeah, Southside did it.